Hello, everyone, and welcome again to this week's intriguing episode of A Mother's Burden, Raising Multicultural Children in the United States. My name is Omolola Adekoya, and as usual, I am your host. It's been more than a week since my last vlog, and I think it should be. I was busy last week, although I was a little bit sick, so I couldn't really vlog last week. But this week, I have a very, 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 very interesting topic. And I know it's a topic that most of us as parents, I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I know, a lot of people that have children that are maybe just a few years older than my children are struggling with. And especially when you have a 2-year-old that everything he knows at this time is no. Are you okay? No. You want to eat? No. You want this? No. Don't go there? No. Don't do this? No. And you have a 7-year-old that seems that think that she is at this stage as wise as you are, or I need to know the reason why everything is happening. I need to know the reason why you tell me not to sit. I need to know the reason why you tell me to stand. I need to know the reason why you think I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. So with that, I have to start thinking, and I think I was in church some days ago, last week precisely, and the preacher was talking about boundaries, and it clicked like, yes, that should be my topic. So today, I will be talking about creating healthy boundaries. We all know what boundary is. I tried to talk with a few parents. I tried to see if I can bring one of the parents on, so she can share with us how she has been able to create boundaries. But she's very busy. She can't be with us this week. And I know that I have a deadline. I have to do this, So I went on and I did my research. And I realized that for me to be able to create boundaries, and you will observe that there is a trend in my vlogging, and that is most of the time, I always say it starts with me. Yes, because the thing is, I am my children's first teacher. It is what I do that they do. If I am not able to create boundaries for myself, and they are able to see that and know that, they will disrespect my boundaries. And even if as a parent, I give boundaries, they won't obey the boundaries. Because personally, they see in me a mother that is unable to respect her boundaries. So my children will not respect my boundaries. So what am I saying here is like, I know people talk a lot about boundaries, but what does it really mean? I know so many of us know that, yes, we have boundaries, but sometimes parents think that you have to draw a line around yourself to define where you end and where you begin, and which is always not as easy as we think. But I realize that boundary is much more than that, especially when you have children that are tailgating you, and I asked a friend of mine what boundary means to her, and actually we WhatsApp, and she was able to say boundary starts with me, and which is the truth. If I say, and another thing is boundary has to do with my values. What are the things that I value as an individual? Now, if I say that one of my value is honesty, and my children see in me that I am not honest, and I'm trying to create a boundary for them to be honest, come on, man, they won't be honest. No matter how you do it, they would never be honest, because they see in you that you're not honest. But once they see in you the honesty that you profess, when they see you not disrespecting the boundary of honesty, they will follow suit. But if as parents, I don't respect my boundaries, I don't respect the boundaries I create for myself, I don't respect the boundaries I create for other people, do you think my children will respect my boundaries? They won't respect my boundaries. So I want us, this week is going to be quite short, because I want us to take a moment to sit down and think deep and ask ourselves, in what ways have I been disrespecting my boundaries? Because some parents don't even know what their values are. Can you believe that? Some of us think that, oh, our value is to send our children to school to give them the best. It's not all about that. And you know something, I've said it before, these children are not our children. We are caretakers. God is their parent. He gave us the authority because we have the legal entity on earth to take care of these children. And when God gave us these children, He gave us boundaries. When God gives you something, even in your relationship with God, there are boundaries you must not cross. And the same thing applies to us and our children. So we want to be able to create boundaries for them, but then let us ask ourselves. I will always be reflective. Like, I would always want us to start with us. If I want to do something, I think it through. Like, if I want to tell my 7-year-old something, because I know she will always question me. Why, mommy? Do I have to do it? Why did you say this? Or what is the meaning of this? Why do I have to do that? You know, so I have to be sure I am explaining to her and living what I am asking her to do. If I am not living what I am asking her to do, there is no way she would do it. So boundary starts with me. So this week, I'm just going to be very brief. You know, I want us, it's an homework. I want us to sit back and ask ourselves, because I have asked myself that question numerously, and I've been able to come up with answers for myself. So I want you, my listener, to sit back and ask yourself, in what ways have I been creating boundaries for myself? And in what ways have I been disrespecting my boundaries? Next week, when we come back by God's grace, we shall be talking about setting healthy boundaries for our children and how to achieve those boundaries, and how to support and assist our children in not disrespecting the boundaries. But remember, whatever boundaries you're thinking of, whatever you will be thinking of setting for yourself, or when you are reflecting on your personal boundaries, remember that whatever you do, your children are watching you. Until I see you same time next week, I remain yours faithfully, Omolola Adekoya. Have a very pleasant day. It's cold out there. Stay warm. And if it's possible, don't be like me, because I am thinking of going out right now to get iced coffee. Yes, I need iced coffee. I am really sleepy and I need something to wake me up because I've got work to do. Until then, stay blessed and continue to be in the kingdom. Bye.